assets. So as I'm saying, balance sheet as at 31st December 2018 or statement of financial position as at 31st December 2018. Then you are going to have 4 columns. 1 column allocated for the notes. Then you have your currency columns for additional 3. The very first item that appeared there is your fixed assets. You have already calculated your fixed assets and you had a total of about 229,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. So in the very last column, you put the 229,000 over there. Then in your trial balance, you had investment, of which you have been given an investment income of 3,000 Ghana cedis somewhere along the line. I want to look for it. This is your investment. The investment income is the 3,000 here. So automatically there is an investment in the question. So you look for the investment. And the investment here is the government stocks. So you can either see government stocks or you can sometimes see treasure bill. So if you don't see treasure bill, you will see government stocks. Then you put it over there. So fixed assets 229,000. You have investment of 15,000. So the summation of the two will give you how much?
$244,000.
244,000. That's great. Then you go to your current assets. You go to your current assets. And the very first item that appeared there is your inventory. And we were told in our notes or in the footnotes that the inventory at the end of the year is 8 million.
8,000.
Or 8,000, which is somewhere here. Here is it. So the closing stock for that year is 8 million. So you put it there. Then you have your debtors. This internet is a fucking internet, but I make my listing go up. I think that's disconnected. Serious meeting. They are disconnecting just like that. Sorry for the disconnection in the meeting. Sorry for the disconnection. So we are looking at our current assets. And we said the current assets, we have stock to be 8,000. Then you have debtors. Debtors in the question was given to you as 10,000. But bear in mind, the provision for doubtful debt you have calculated somewhere along the line was 1,200. So at this material stage, you subtract the 1,200 from the debtors. And how much are you getting?
So are we writing this in the first column?
$8,800.
800. That is it. So 8,800 is your net debtors you put over there now. Then prepayments. We have prepaid insurance by 200. So your prepayment will also come there. Then cash in hand. Cash in hand, 2,250 is here. You put it over there. So from the fixed asset, 229,000, investment, 115,000, you get 244,000 as the total fixed assets. You come to your current assets, you are having stock 8,000, a debtors of 8,800, prepayment of 200, cash in hand of 2,250. Then there is a cash back or your bank balance of 10,500. So sum all and let's see how much we are getting as the total.
$29750.
29750 as your total current asset.
750. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that should be the right one. Then
Yes.
go to your current liabilities.
Yes.
So where do we write the 29750?
Oh, in the second column, all the
Just
current
some
asset items appear in the second column.
Oh, okay, okay.
So if you do the right thing, you should be having it up to this stage. If you are doing the right thing, this is how your presentation should be looking like. Very well presented. Very well presented. Then you go to your current liabilities. You have creditors. Creditors in the question is 8,000. So you put it there. Then you bring your accruals and other outstandings or your outstandings. You know we are owing debenture interest of 400.
So please, how much the credit is?
You said?
How much the credit is?
Creditors 8,000.
Okay, thank you.
This is it. Debtors and creditors. Creditors is 8,000 here. Then accrued expenses. Under the accrued expenses, you have debenture interest 400. You have electricity and rates 300. You have directors fees of 1,000. So your total accrued expenses here is 1,700, I suppose. These are the three expenses you are owing. Debenture interest, rent and rates, or electricity.
The venture interest is 400.
Sorry, debenture interest 400. Why am I keeping saying 300? Then rent and rate 300. Directors fees and salaries 1,000. So a total of 1,700 accrued expenses. Then you come down and write proposed dividend. The dividend you are yet to pay must also appear over there. Proposed dividend. Proposed dividend, ordinary share, you have 28,000. Ordinary share, you have 28,000. Then you have preference share. The outstanding, we agreed it was 6,000. So ordinary
Yes.
share, 28,000. Preference share, 6,000. So your
Yes,
total proposed dividend is going to be 34,000.
Yes.
Then tax.
So how do you get the proposed dividend?
Hey, you have to buy us one lot each. Before we explain
That'll be
that.
done
to
right away, sir.
you
Your
said
Momo numbers. That'll be done right away, please. Your Momo numbers.
Momo numbers. Okay,
Yes,
Memuna,
sir.
I'll
I'll
give
send
help to you first.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so let's move on. Memuna is mentioning it too. So Eben,
Muna.
fire
Sure.
ahead the Momo. We
I've
said
done
that
it.
the proposed dividend came as a result of you not
Okay.
paying or you have not paid all your preference share dividend. The preference share dividend total was 10,000 and they paid 4,000. So they are left with 6,000 to pay. You understand now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So tax. The tax of 12,500 you had in your profit and loss account must appear here because you are yet to pay that particular one too. So add it to it and total all your current liabilities.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Please, I didn't hear of the tax. My network is not good.
Yeah, the tax, we have already calculated it in our profit and loss account or in our income statement. This is the tax.
Yes.
The 12,500. It must appear under your current liabilities.
So,
Yes, you have not paid it yet, so it is still a liability.
Okay.
So total all your liabilities, how much are you getting?
So please,
How much?
Okay.
How much is the total liability? So
48,200.
how much?
Is it 58? 58,200.
48,200.
Oh, 48,000. Hey.
Creditors is 8,000.
50 or 40?
58,200.
Yeah.
Expenses outstanding is 1,000.
Yeah, 58.
58,200.
56,200.
8,000 plus 1,700 plus 28,000 plus 6,000 plus 12,500. How are you getting 58,000?
Yeah.
56,200. So you subtract that from your current assets.
Yes.
Okay.
You get negative.
So how much are you getting as your net current assets?
when liability, no.
How much are you getting as your net current assets? That's the 29,750. 29,750 minus the 56,200.
$2,650.
How much? Memuna, let's hear you on floor.
2,650. Oh,
So a negative 2,650 because your liabilities is more than your current assets.
yes.
So a negative 2,650. So under normal circumstances, you are supposed to add it to your fixed assets. So just say 24,400 minus 2,650, or you can say 24,400 plus negative 2,650. How much are you getting?
$2,050. Oh.
Oh, wow.
No.
21755.
217550. That's correct.
Yes.
2-1.
One. Say.
Yes, I'm listening to you, Eunice.
21750.
Yeah, that is it. That's correct. That's correct. So let's go to finance by finance by stated capital. So under the stated capital, you have ordinary shares and you have preference shares. So ordinary shares in the question was 80,000. Here you are. And preference share is rather than 80,000, sorry. And ordinary share is the 100,000. So under stated capital, you have ordinary share 100,000. You have preference share 80,000. But bear in mind, in the income surplus, the directors have decided to transfer 10 million to stated capital. The directors have decided to transfer 10 million to stated capital. So therefore, when you come here, you are also going to add transfer from income surplus. So your total stated capital now is going to be 190,000 and not 180,000. So add the 10,000 to your preference shares. Add the 10,000 to the preference shares or whatever. Or you can decide to just say stated capital, ordinary share, 80,000. Sorry, add the 10,000 to the ordinary share. Sorry. Add the 10,000 to the ordinary share. So ordinary share is going to be 110,000. Preference share is going to be 80,000. So when you add the two, you are going to get 190,000 as your stated capital. Then you add your surpluses. So when we go to the question, you look for your surpluses. That is from your income surplus, you have capital surplus. So you add a capital surplus of 18,000. Then you go and add your income surplus. That is your retained earnings that you had of 4750. So stated capital 190,000. Capital surplus 18,000. Income surplus or retained earnings 4750. Then you add all. You add the 190 to the others, and you get a total. The total you get is what we call the owner's equity or shareholders' equity. Add it, and see how much you are getting.
212,750.
Good. 212,000. Is it 212,750, right?
750.
Fantastic. Then you add,
Yes, sir.
you add long-term liabilities. And the long-term liability we have in the question here is a debenture we have issued. The debenture you have issued here, the 15% debenture you have issued. So you add 15% debenture, 5,000. You add 15% debenture, 5,000. How much are you getting?
$217,750.
So 217,750 to balance off your balance sheet. So if you do the right thing, this is how your balance sheet should look like. The fixed asset side, the current asset side should look like this. The current liability side should look like this. And I take off this from this, then I get that. Then you go to your finance by section and do the presentation like this. So if you do the right thing, you should have the two sides balancing just like this. 217,550. Any question? Any question? No question. Any question? No question.
Post it on the YouTube.
Yes, I have actually recorded the meeting, so I'll put it there on the page for you. Then you go through again for further explanations. Okay. Are you okay?
Okay.
Please scroll it again and let me see screenshot something, please. From top to.
Yeah, somebody is asking a question. Yeah, the
Please, down.
solution. As I was telling you, the meeting, I've recorded it, so I'll upload it for you. So everything that went on here, you can still have it back again.
Okay.
So
Say
and
what?
also said they want to screenshot. This is it I'm giving you.
Say what?
Yes.
Yes.
Please, can I ask you one question about the assignment that you are putting on the online?
Yes, please, you can ask me.
Okay. There was a question saying that it's about allotment, issue of shares.
Yes.
And they're saying that some people have forfeited their shares, but they didn't give a specific number of shares. So how are you going to determine the forfeited shares?
Oh, it's to be there.
No, it's not there. They said they have forfeited the first and final, first and second call. They didn't give any amount of the shares.
Okay, which particular question is that so that I can go and check it?
I think it's question 6.
Question 6. In which of the
Yeah,
assignments?
I think question 6.
Question 6,
The
assignment 1
one
or 2?
on the LMS.
Yeah, I know LMS is the LMS. The assignment was put in grades 1, 2, 3 in that order. It's not just one assignment too.
You mean I saw question 1, 2, 3 up to 7. And when you open the question 7, have from 7
I'm just
to 10.
logging on to the portal to check the assignments. Now, I'm
They were
coming.
numbered 1 to 7.
Yeah, they were numbered, but they were also put in categories.
Yes.
They were also put in categories. So you have assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3 in that order.
Yes.
These are the assignments: assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, assignment 4, assignment 5, assignment 6, and 7. So which of them are you talking about in specific?
Yes.
So get that details and let me have it so that I can cross check. Okay.
Yes.
You said?
Not really.
I can hardly hear you. Okay.